Hey guys, it's ExandShadow, and welcome back to the Kirby 64 Let's Play. Now we're on to level 4, which is Neostar. Yeah, well, most of the other levels had a pretty set theme, Pop Star's your general grass area, Rock Star's your general desert area, and Aqua Star was your general water area. Neostar has a much more varied level structure. Like we're going to see here, it starts off with the jungle level, but later on we'll be getting into some lava levels and some underground levels, so Rockstar definitely has a very varied level structure, which I like. So anyway, one of the gimmicks of this level is that there are these little traps on the ground. As you can see where that star chip was, there was a trap there, and if you run over the trapped areas, there's usually spikes in there, and you will probably get hurt. So yeah, you're going to want to avoid that if at all possible. There are sometimes goodies in there, but in general, you're going to want to avoid them if at all possible. Anyway, those hanging spider guys there, they're impossible to suck up. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to float through their little silk or string or whatever they're hanging from. And when you do that, they'll fall and die and everything will be good. Yeah. Cutter! Cut. So yeah, anyway, as you can notice, it's been a week since I've updated these videos. I'm sorry about that. Last week was Thanksgiving, so I went home for the weekend. I didn't really have a way to record videos while I was at home because my recording stuff's at school, so sorry about that. I know it's been a while, but, I'm sure you guys can go a week without hearing my voice, right? Right? Okay, good. But anyway, right there, that's a crystal shard in that pit right there. So that's really the only one you need to open in order to get anything. So, yep, that pit, get a crystal shard, everything's good. You can sort of tell where the pits are just because of the coloration of the ground. It's slightly lighter wherever there's a pit, but yeah, that's how you can tell that there's a crystal shard there. And if you go down there in this vertical hallway area, you'll find another crystal shard. Yay. So anyway, yeah, all you have to do to get up is climb on these vines. I mean, theoretically you can float, but yeah, eventually, as I've said before, Kirby will fall eventually because you can't fly infinitely. That's sort of made vertical platforming. Because of Kirby's ability to fly, vertical platforming has always been sort of better for the franchise because you still have to dodge stuff when you're going vertically. Whenever there's horizontal platforming, it's usually a lot easier than vertical platforming. Because in this case, like it's a lot easier to get pot-shotted by those spear-throwing guys or the flying enemies. So yeah, generally I prefer vertical sections for Kirby games, and that's odd because I don't particularly care for vertical sections in anything, and I am getting owned right now. God, I suck. So anyway, we've got another section here where you've got to use these vines to get across and such. That vine's moving, so you just gotta hold on, jump off. There we go. This section sort of feels very Donkey Kong Country-ish, if you know what I mean. And god damn it, I died again. This is just not my day. So anyway, take two. At least I'm close to getting an extra life, right? Yeah. So anyway, this section, unlike what I'm sort of showing right now, it's not that hard. All you have to do is jump, time your jumps well enough. You've got the ability to fly, so you shouldn't really have that much trouble. There's a lot of leeway, even if you miss a jump, like I am. I could have started floating earlier. You're gonna pretty much have to float in some cases. I mean, it's a Kirby game. It's pretty much expected. Is there a Kirby game you can beat without any floating at all? I'm not sure. I'd have to think about that there. So yeah, as you can see, this is generally pretty easy. Unless if you get hit, like that. Oh yeah. There we go. So anyway, now we've got another mini-boss. This one's... Actually, in this one, you're more likely to get hit by the pot-shot spear-throwing guys than the actual mini-boss itself. For some reason, these guys give me the toughest time, and I don't know why. Like, see, I keep on getting hit by them. It's just they always throw their spears in such an awkward angle that I always get hit every time. But, ow! I died again. God, I suck. So anyway, an easy way to do this is, you see those little platforms on the very left and right of the screen? Well, if you make it up to there, you generally won't get hit. So you can suck up the bad guys there and you'll be fine. Or you could do what I'm doing and just sort of spit them in a rhythmical way, so that by the time that the enemy respawns, you're already up there, so you can suck him up before he starts throwing the spears. But as you can see, I'm not really doing a very good job at this. I'm just not very good at this game, I must admit. I mean, granted, I still beat the game without getting a single game over, so I can't be that terrible. But I mean, I died an awful lot, and this game is really not that hard. I am making this out to look a lot harder than it actually is. So yeah, suck, blow. He said blow. Shut up, Beavis. I do the worst Beavis and Butthead impression ever. So anyway, in this room, you've got the last crystal shard to get. So instead of dying like I do, what you need to do is just keep your eyes focused on the top of the screen where all the vegetation is. When you do that, up there somewhere about the halfway point of the level, not the level, the room, about the halfway point of the room, you'll see the crystal shard. It's kind of easy to miss, but if you're paying attention, you should be fine. So anyway, yeah, we've got these swinging logs here. Eventually, we'll run into logs that break when you step on them. So watch out for that, but again, you know, you can fly. It's in these sections where the sort of dropping guys sort of start bugging me. But anyway, there's the crystal shard right there. 3 out of 3. Hooray. Yeah, you can tell which platforms are about to break because you can see that the vines holding up those platforms are sort of rotten, so you can tell that they might be able to break. Shut up, R2. Actually, that's my phone, but anyway, moving on. We've got another invincibility candy, so run! Run! Run, run, run as fast as you can! Go! Gotta go fast! Gotta go faster! Faster, 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 faster! Kirby, right back at you. What? I don't even make sense to myself sometimes. But anyway, hooray, hooray, hooray. End of level. Whoop-de-doo. Hooray. Oh man, I didn't get anything. That sort of sucks. So anyway, next level. Already we're getting our sort of variety in our level selection here. So anyway, stick to the left and you get a crystal shard. That one's sort of easy to miss, but you can restart and just get it if you missed it, so it's really not that big of a deal. But anyway, now we're on to our second sort of Waddle Dee vehicle section with the minecart, because as we all know, every single good video game character has been in a minecart. Kirby, Donkey Kong, Mario, Sonic, Banjo. Yeah, pretty much every video game character of note has been in a minecart at some point or another. So it's sort of a prerequisite, I think. Anyway, same rules still apply in this as they did in the sort of water section from Aquastar. You jump whenever the little exclamation point marker appears, and you should be fine. There's a crystal shard in this section as well, so you're going to have to keep your eye out for that. But again, since it's at the very beginning of the stage, you can just restart. You don't lose a life or anything. You should be fine. So anyway, now we've got ourselves an underground level. Yay? Question mark? I've always sort of been sort of meh about underwater levels in general. Just because... I'm sorry, I meant underground levels. Just because I'm not really big on the atmosphere of underground levels. I mean, the dark and gloomy sort of thing is usually... I don't know, I just don't particularly care for that sort of motif. And well, underground levels also have are also sort of hard to distinguish from each other. Like, they don't really have a lot of personality, if that makes any sense. Like, if you've seen one underground level, you've seen them all. There are many different interpretations of ice levels, fire levels, plane levels, sky levels, you know. They've all been sort of done differently and been given their own unique twist. But when it comes to underground level, there's only so many gimmicks you can use, and they all seem to sort of blend together. So, I don't particularly care for them. They're just sort of there, I guess. Like, the only underground level that I can think of in a positive light is Glitter Gulch Mine from Banjo-Tooie. And that's more because of the music than anything. That level has awesome music. So anyway, yeah, also, I should note that in this level, you're going to want to have the bomb rock power-up going in. There is no rock or bomb power enemies, I should say, in this level at all. So you're going to have to get it in a different level and bring it in with you. Which sucks, I know, but you'll deal. This is actually one of the hardest, one of the most annoying crystal shards to get, this last one, which is in this room, I believe, because you have to take Dynamite, which is the rock bomb power-up, with you the entire way, and Dynamite's kind of a shitty power. I showed it off in the first episode, I believe, but the thing is that you have to guard yourself whenever you use it by pressing down. See, there's the block right there. I go get rock bomb. But the thing is that you have to press down in order to not get hurt. And it's sort of hard to aim, and if you miss, you can't use the power-up again until it explodes, which takes a while. It's generally unwieldy and just not very fun to use. So anyway, now back to our regularly scheduled playthrough. I love my own, what is it called? Transitions? I don't know. But anyway, now we've got a sort of different mini-boss, where we are not fighting a giant version of a bigger enemy, we're just fighting lots and lots of little enemies. Yay, I guess. Yeah, anyway, just, it's generally easy, you should be fine. Any of the good power-ups work in here, and sucking things up and spinning them back out works just as well, too. So you should be fine, and if you take any damage, there's a maximum tomato right there. So, you'll generally be okay. Also, I apologize if there's any sort of background music in the background. If there's any sort of background noise in the commentary track. The thing is that the people who live in the dorm next to me like to play their loud, obnoxious, terrible music very loudly, and I'm hoping that it doesn't seep into the commentary. I checked and it shouldn't be a problem, but you know, I just want to give you a warning right now, and I apologize for that. Yeah. So anyway, next room. Oh, actually, no next room. The level's over. Huh. Anyway, I'm ExandShadow. I'll see you guys later.